Radiant team pick.
Is this the Void
like it.
game? Is this the Void game?
Cataclysm.
You got the Invoker.
There's Coil though.
Yeah.
So many silences too. Don't want to rush BKB as Void.
I'm open to
Wow,
suggestions here, Bowie.
10
I think you go
seconds remaining.
Terror Blade.
A little scary.
5 seconds.
I think
A lot of
Lycan kind of has a lot of the same problems too.
Yeah, I think you want to stand your ground. We want a carry that can just press a button and kill everyone.
I mean, that's Dusa, dude. You stand
Yeah,
there, you
Dusa-
press R, you AoE. I think she checks all the boxes, but I don't know how much I like Dusa overall right now. I have not seen her much.
Dude, I don't know. They're
I
digging pretty
just-
deep too. There's like,
I mean,
who's left?
nothing feels good.
What I see is like a Dusa walking around slowly. Earth Spirit rolls onto her. They get ruptured. They kick the Dusa 5 miles away. She's just
Could
sad.
you like CK?
Slark. There's too many silences.
CK is
though.
okay.
And
It's
there's a
not okay.
Bloodseeker.
I like CK actually.
You know,
Yeah,
he's like
CK
kind of
is-
tanky. Phantasm helps create some chaos. He definitely scales well. It's another stun.
Can go Manta. I'm okay with the CK.
There's a lot of AoE damage though. The illusions will actually just die between Earth Spirit,
Yeah.
Puck, Grimstroke,
I
Bloodseeker.
mean, again, that doesn't really feel perfect either.
I feel like you don't have to play CK based on illusions. Like when
could just
in
PA.
the past.
Do you play Alk?
Nah, I don't know.
Too greedy?
Bloodseeker, Puck,
Yeah,
silences.
too slow.
PA. I just got PA.
It's the Oh, babe,
Nice.
come on,
The
Trent. Give me
bill.
some love. Give me some
All right.
love.
Beautiful.
I like how you didn't even believe in it though. They kind of need like a Dusa.
Well, I mean, we went through a lot of heroes there, and none of them felt good. They go right for the Slark, a great hero against the Medusa. Essence Shift is stupidly good against Medusa. I think I'm Gorilla's Pride. Even though I called the Medusa, I'm going to pull a Trent and go, I called it, but I don't like it. So, yeah, I think Teemo Slark's popping off here.
I agree.
They were in a pickle.
I feel like they are the better team, and I like the Shaker Batrider, but if this game goes too long, I feel like Slark just destroys everyone. They don't have, especially if this Invoker is Quas Wax, this Slark's not gonna get bursted ever, and they have too much poke, right? You have Earth Spirit going in and out, Puck going in and out, Slark super slippery. I feel like they lack the lockdown, and that
Stroke.
Medusa's just gonna get kited.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
silence is going to be hard to play around too. I think all these heroes on 0900 except Medusa are pretty sensitive to silences, and you know, 1 or 2 not bad to play around, but they've got 4 out of 5 heroes with a silence, and some of them are AoE.
Well, it's also
So-
just like, how's our jungle gonna look at like 12 minutes? Like, why would I? You know, I can just run in there as half these heroes on Gorilla's Pride. So, I think it's more likely they take this one for sure.
Is this the first Dusa pick we've seen so far?
I think
I think so.
I think it is. Okay. So a big challenge here for THZJM. Quite the mouthful there in that one.
Also known as
sad.
Madara.
Never underestimate Alacrity Medusa, dude. So
True. Medusa can definitely become raid boss status, and even the Essence Shift might not be enough for this Slark. All right. Well, let's hand it over to the casters, Gareth and 1437. Gentlemen, do we have any confidence in the Medusa? I see you got a pause here already, so you'll have plenty of time to go deep.
Team secrets turn to ban.
Explains the Lycan ban feels okay at hitting towers. Seems like they're worried about swarm stuff because their AoE is pretty limited right now. They've basically got like Blood Right and Breathe Fire, so any AoE stuff is scary for Viking. Let's see what Secret finishes with. The Viking goes first. Could be Enigma support. They could be picking a support here. Secret anticipates a support to be picked.
Yeah, I like the Oracle and the Grimstroke bands. Like, yeah, you know, maybe they'll just go for something like a Witch Doctor, but that doesn't, you know, they already have their win conditions set on Viking. They wanted to finish with something that amplified them.
5 seconds remaining.
You don't want a 5, like even a Disruptor. It just doesn't feel good. You want something that doesn't have to worry about its own game, but rather makes it easier for your cores to play.
Team secrets turn to
How about a lion?
Always
Question marks across the board.
I like it when Save is playing it. I'm not sure about this one.
It's just real squishy, and there's a lot of catch. Like Secret, look at these 4 heroes. If 2 of them decide to cast their spells on Lion, Lion is dead.
Yes.
It is rather nice though with Bloodseeker, with DK, with Enigma. Like you have a bunch of damage, but
That's a big boy.
The dive hero is going to run to the back lines, and they can't really kill him. It's a very good Bristle game.
yeah, they push the puck back to 5 because you don't want to play core puck against a DK. Void Spirit will have a free lane mid. Bristleback has a free lane top. The Eidolons do not have bonus physical resist, just magical, so the Spines will kill them in 2 or 3 props. Yeah, it's just, I love Bristleback. Big fan.
Big fan. That's your final words. Curious about your final words, Purge.
I think the Bristle's perfect for basically diving into the enemy team and forcing them into a weird spot where they have to use spells in a less than ideal way. So I think Secret's going to play super high tempo and just
10
pressure
seconds remaining.
Viking GG constantly throughout.
How about you, Moxie?
5
I'm
seconds
concerned about
remaining.
Vikings' amount of damage output. I think worrisome to me, especially, you know, with the bees coming into play and whatnot. So it just, you know, you've got a Bristleback. I'm interested to see which build is going to go. If he's going to go for that heart build that we saw before or the Eternal Shroud kind of thing. But either way,
Yeah, Ags on Void Spirit is insane this game. Same with an Orc. Anything he goes is going to be great. Nisha's going to have a hell of a time. Rude control is going to be big. If Viking want to win, they need to have a lot of pressure onto the Bristle lane. They've got to kill him with a black hole. They got to take the tower and shrink the map. And Lion can't feed. It's a lot of boxes to be.
Shrink the map, and Lion can't feed. I don't think anybody should feed. That's, you know, that's bad. Don't feed in your pubs. Not intentionally, anyway. Let's find out this second game if Viking can bring it back to that third game, or if Secret is going to take the series 2-0. Let's head over to OD Pixel and Fog.
Thank you very much, team. Yes, game 2 ready to go here between Viking and Secret. And Fog, we saw last game, Secret very much on their nightmare mode. Do you think Vikings going to be able to challenge them here in game 2 with the lineup that they have?
Well, they're playing into. We were looking at that little, you know, right there. Look at that beauty. Yep, the Yapso Rubik. When they picked an Enigma, that's always a fear. As soon as I saw the Enigma, I was like, Secret, snap picking this Rubik. No hesitation, they did. They have a good lineup if they can keep the pace, but if it's all behind at all, I feel very worried for Viking. And I'm also worried that the fact I don't feel like there's a good lane for Enigma at all. I think that's what Secret set themselves up with these picks.
Prepare for battle.
Pangolier, we saw during one DreamLeague tournament actually in particular, where we saw that hero just owns Enigma in the lane and throughout most of the game. Bristleback, same thing. It's going to be tough for Toby just to sit, because he has to go versus either Zai or versus Matumba as the lane setup.
The next label play. The next label play.
Find out.
And I don't want them to fall behind at all, because once you start falling behind, as the panel mentioned, Bristleback, Void Spirit, Pango, all these heroes can collapse on you super quickly, and you, with a hero like Lion, your team fight's always going to be a lot weaker. You're really reliant on your 4 position and your offlaner to carry the team fights, because Lion, he's weird. He's more of this pick-off kind of hero. His Hex is really good this game versus the Void Spirit and the Puck, but Lion overall has always had that big weakness where your team fight's just extremely lackluster.
Yeah, and you can't help but sort of feel underwhelmed, right, by a draft that ends with the Lion Pit.
That too. And it's non-traditional carries. I mean, Bloodseeker's, I'm still gonna leave him in the non-traditional section because he's not this super late game kind of guy. He's really good in certain games, especially if he's counter to this Pango and all that. But a Bristleback compared to a Bloodseeker scales way harder. He also has the backup of other scaling heroes. So yeah, Vikings is just all about the early and mid game, and if they start to fall behind, I can see it being another dance by Secret.
And in that sort of sense, do you think for DK we're going to see like the Blink Dagger rush, and then, you know, Boom's going to try and start the fight? You sort of look at the heroes around the Bristleback. A Blink Dragon Tail stun could set up for Vikings lineup to burst any of the other 4 heroes in the mid game.
Maybe. I think it all depends on how the laning starts for everybody. As Viking, all 5 walking up, Nisha will throw a Aether Remnant down to stop them. They still connect the stun.
And the spike is there. Bloodbright does connect. But Aramis was off the mark. Yeah, with the rolling bot, and they ended up needing that. With that connection at the
30
bottom,
seconds
they
to battle.
probably would have got him. And not in this situation.
Did anyone else skill anything
that isn't necessary. No, okay. I want to make sure that no one skills like a DK stun or something, just ruins their lane. So at least that didn't happen. And Celery was like on the edge of the stun, so I guess Aramis wasn't gonna hit. Now we're gonna see which lanes end up being given. We're seeing Zai bottom. I think this is what I was talking about is the Enigma just has nowhere to go. So Pango, he's excellent in the lane versus the Enigma. And this is the setup that they're going for, an aggro pressure lane.
Well, we'll see how well Toby can play it down here. Otherwise, it could be one of those games where we do see the Enigma resigning to the triangle kind of early. If it is too tough of a time for him down here.
Just don't feed away too many of those Eidolons. He can do a good job in the lane as long as you just feed your Eidolons and make sure that the Air Spirit is near you at least at the start. Because once Zai hits like level 3, you just swashbuckle through the Eidolons and you get the extra hit, and you pretty much kill them.
See here again,
Celery.
Puppy. Now being a right nuisance for Celery. Be sure that he's got to start the lane himself down.
Smart way to approach lane is when you're doing an aggressive tri lane is doing exactly what they did there. You know, the creeps don't aggro on the first wave. Just beat the crap out of the support, and he already has to waste that salve as you talk about.
And as you said, you know, obviously having Zai down bottom against the Enigma is what Secret wanted, and that doesn't really sacrifice them anything up top. Like, this is more than a fine setup for Matu to farm in.
Yeah, they have to switch the lanes. But even now, it's like it's not good for Viking either. The fact that they have to switch lanes, like I was saying before, it's Bristleback's good versus Enigma, and Celery almost getting taken out there from the right clicks, 1 or 2 more, and he was dead. So this is going to be problematic for Toby even up in this top lane. And Zai now already level 2 versus a double melee. He's got ways to play around this bottom lane. It looks really good for Secret. I mean, Celery just always at the risk of dying if he steps up at all.
He's dead. He is very, very dead. I mean, it does feel like that the game's going to be like that. Where can Celery sort of find his place in this laning phase as a line? Where does he go? What can he do?
There's not many places. He's going to move bottom because he has to stick with the Bloodseeker. Maybe they can set up a kill onto Zai if he doesn't see it coming. He sees it directly coming, and he can play perfectly around it. I mean, Aramis is going to have to be the one who breaks away. It's going to have to be Lion and Bloodseeker bottom. And I feel like Toby's going to get absolutely nothing. He's got 7 denies making Eidolons, but now he's out of mana, and the lane positioning is just in a spot where he's going to get nothing. So they're going to have to sack the lane. He's going to have to just move. Puppy's moving bottom. His job is done. Great setup here.
See Zai been getting pretty aggressive onto Celery.
He actually went for it. He might die for it.
He's going to get held in the blood bright. The boulder from Aramis didn't connect. Zai, Fairy Fire. It's going to keep him alive. I mean,
actually survived.
Pretty crazy that he did live there, because that was a rather wild move from Zai, just swashbuckling in on Celery when he knew that the 3 of them were down here. He did the math though. He was like, well, I know they can't kill me, and he was right. Actually able to walk away from it.
Puppy, the orb, he'll be able to disconnect away.
Dire's courier.
I'm just watching Toby. His courier even gets, dude, he's gotten like literally.
Oh no, not the courier.
And he loses his courier. That's what? That's 2 or 3 couriers? Yeah, 2 couriers dead.
I mean, at what point does he sort of say, well, I'm just going to go hit jungle creeps?
He can't. Yap's just going to follow him. He can't go to the jungle. That's the problem. Him now being up here is just... nothing. He's going to get nothing. He can't go anywhere. They're going to kill his Eidolons, and Yaps are just going to follow him. Like, they may have gotten a position now where Shad is getting something at least, because he's not getting pressured as much, but now your Enigma is completely out of the game. The whole early game. And now his Eidolons again are just dead. All 3 of them. Does deny one, but...
This is definitely a rough start. You know, if we see sort of Toby able to pick up his game, it's going to be quite the comeback of... You know, what has been yet his first 4 minutes of just nothingness for the Enigma. Secret have completely shut it down. TP's going to come in from Aramis, but Toby's dead. He's back to base for 10 seconds. I don't know how he's going to recover his game here.
I don't either. There's a huge creep wave up top that Aramis is fortunately at least going to get experience of. Matu's trying to push him out. Tower actually switches to Matu. Okay. Okay, though. And he will at least get all this experience. Yapsor is starting to beat on the tower a little bit there to get some extra damage, but I'll be thankful to get all up to level 2 now on the Enigma in 4 minutes.
All right. As you say, that wave under the tower definitely helped.
Puppy versus Celery. Off the mark with the orb. And we haven't gotten a chance to actually look at the mid lane, whereas the fortunate thing for Viking, at the very least, is Boom is doing very well in that matchup with his Breed Fire reducing the damage.
Radiant's current
And the Bloodseeker's
has
at
been
least farming,
killed.
right? Shad with that movement, he is at least getting a good lane for himself, which they do need. They need to have a good early game. Accelerate. Get the 1 rune. Puppy jumps over though, places a ward. They'll be able to secure 3 runes.
Nothing to your
Maybe.
pile.
Hermes. Look at this one.
Oh, no.
Nope. Just kidding.
Pretty much Yap's mana boot stump for Rubik. His bounties. I mean, so when you sort of look at this DK Void Spirit, do you imagine this is going to be a game where Boom's going to be pretty stationary in this mid lane, waiting for Nisha to make moves across the map so he can just start hitting this tower as soon as possible?
At least at the start, yeah, but he's gonna have to be active. He's gonna have to do some other stuff. In the beginning, this is your heat map for a DK usually is just gonna be first 10 minutes in that mid lane. Maybe around 8 minutes you go toward one of the side lanes, but this is all just about him, about his game. And he's gonna be able to apply good pressure. Let's see how Secret does react. They're setting up right now for some runes. Nisha will be able to get that arcane, and they might actually go for. I've seen a couple times where they do set up for the kill onto Boom, but I don't know if they have the heroes, the actual damage to be. It's a DK at this point.
Vikings definitely going to have to keep a look at though for Nisha, maybe making moves on other lanes. Top lane. Diving in again onto Toby. There'll be a TP over front Celery. Good slow hit from Aramis onto the 2 of them. Buys time for Celery to come in with the stun. They're onto Timberman. Have they got enough damage to take him down? They do. Matthew will fall as Viking punish Secret for getting a little too aggressive underneath that top tower.
Much needed to. Toby now almost completely recovered. Still not in the place he wants to be as an Enigma, but almost level 5 now after that. He got most of those last 3-4 waves that were top pushing in. The decent salvage of what looked like it could snowball out of control very quickly. They do salvage at least first 6 minutes.
He's Celery hanging around the mid lane, but sure. Unlikely to jump within range of the line as Celery is just continue to make his way down to the bottom. You can get that set up for Shad's Blood Bright.
Aramis has TP ready, so he could set up down here. Aramis also has the Urn done on the Earth Spirit. No points in the Silence just yet. I think he probably wants to pick that one up at level 4 this game since he's playing versus Void Spirit, Pango, and Puck. That'll make the skanking a lot easier around the map. Right now, just chilling top until they maybe see an opportunity to go on bottom. May have to go kind of soon though. Zai's getting closer and closer to level 6. Once Zai hits 6, they can't actually make this aggressive move. They'll just counter. They'll counter all of it with the Rolling Thunder.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Mid Boom, he's already done quite a significant amount of damage to this tower.
Yes.
The first round of the Elder Dragon form. He's coming in with the second round. As Nisha TP's in, they'll check for the enemy runes. Also finding a DD.
Nice.
That'll certainly help his pressure.
Yeah, just keep hitting it. Keep hitting that mid tower. They can't. They can't kill him. Unless they have Rolling Thunder, they can't actually set up for him. That's the only way is if Zai was there. And Zai hit 6. Okay, now they might actually go for him here. Is online.
Boom. Already stepping right back though. See how far forward he comes. Zai teasing with the Thunder, waiting to see if Boom oversteps the mark, but he won't. Boom plays it smart. He knows that Zai's off map, and he doesn't want to risk any further pressure onto this mid tower for now.
Good read of the map there by Boom. They saw. I think they saw and they were aware that Zai did TP out of the bottom lane, and that's the only damage that they could have on the side of Secret to kill a DK. So a great read of the map by them. Split up right away. Boom gets. It's right back to his place. There's still the 3 euros.
And they're still looking.
On him.
We're going to see if they've got the control. And they've found that perfect position around the step for Celery. Boom with some nice sidestepping. Mass TP's coming in. Boom. He's low, but he's not going to quite fall. The Astral Step comes in along with the Stimulate. Finally, they get him, but Nisha has had to put himself in a very deadly position to get that kill, as Nisha will go down in return. So they're getting Boom, but Viking, but a solid setup, and Boom, some sweet little moves there to me that takes Secret quite a bit of time to actually kill him.
but they bring 3 people. They bring everyone. The other 2 side lanes are abandoned. Matu and Puppy both just farming during it there, and they look at the gold advantage just goes up for them because of that downtime. Just everyone having to rally to try to protect their DK. Still does go down. If he lives there, that would be huge. Now he does have his DK form up. He's making the way toward bottom, but I mean, Secret's responding. They're gonna have Rolling Thunder in 15.
Boom. Dragon form Puppy looks for Puppy, but quick phase shift. Dodges the Dragon Tail. Nisha and Zai come into the backlines. They take out Celery.
Zai's ult is gonna be up in 5 seconds. They're gonna look to fight this again here in a sec on Secret.
They're starting to slow down Boom. Matu beginning the preparations for the dive. Zai is in. He's got that angle. A couple of bounces in onto Boom. Also onto Aramis coming in. Boom. He's getting low, but Zai hits him once more with the Thunder. There's some smooth moves from Zai, set up for an easy fight for Secret to run them down one by one. Toby's going to drop the black hole onto the 2 of them. There's no damage followed though. Puppy and Matu still alive. Shad's going to try and come in for the cleanup. A lot of quill spray stacks on Toby. He's got to back up. Shad just ends up exploding on the front to both Matu and Nisha's damage output as Celery and Toby, they've got to run. They're trying to get out of there. Matu starts to lay down the goo. Puppy's got the coil, locks down the 2 of them as Nisha just dives in and finishes up the cleanup.
Wow. I mean, spellcasting at its finest again, and Secret just pushing it. Pushing and reading the plays that are coming. The Pango ult was coming back up. They understand exactly where the aggression is going to come. When DK shows himself bottom, he can't go anywhere else. So Zai's just going to follow him around for what seems like the rest of this early game. DK goes mid. Watch Zai, look at the Pango. Immediately running toward mid to set up with his Rolling Thunder and go for these kills. This is just, again, Secret just knowing exactly where to be and knowing exactly what to do on those places of the map versus what Vikings got so far. And now Viking, like they're trying to set up for bottom here again. We might see Boom even make the way toward bottom, but the Rolling Thunder is just, the frequency of it is too fast. They can set up for these quick plays just a little bit better than Viking is, and Shad is very far under the tower right now.
Zai, over he goes, lift up from Yapsil. Zai heads over towards Aramis. Means that Aramis is going to struggle to provide any backup. Shad's trying to run, but oh, Yapsil! The stolen rupture. I mean, you can see, I think Shad was as incredibly surprised as he's suddenly like, hang on, I'm bleeding as well. He's dead. Mid lane, Puppy's got the setup with the coil. A quick move from Secret from bottom to mid lane. Yapsil picks up the double. Well, we saw sort of this outplay come out in you know, what was it, about sort of 25 minutes into the first game. Here, already at 12 minutes in, we are starting to see Secret outclass Viking.
It's just really, I mean, I hate gushing over it like this so much, but it's perfect moves. Like, just no hesitation at all, and they're just reading exactly what Viking wants to do with the game, and just they're a full step ahead of them in every single one of these situations. Matu has his Eternal Shroud nearly done after the Vanguard and the Soul Ring. He's massive, and we've already been seeing the damage issues coming out for the side of Viking. Puppy, he walks in just to mess with Shad a little bit. And now it's probably so scary to even look to want to make any move on the side of Viking. Now the 3 moves that you tried to make aggressively have been completely stagnated by Secrets. Gonna make it really hard for them to do much of anything. Celery trying to secure their woods for now for Boom to get his Blink Dagger so they can actually have a shot of being able to kick off the fights, but already 6k deficit's gonna make it incredibly hard even with that.
I mean, yeah, that is the thing, you know, as you say. He's gonna be jumping into, I mean, probably imminent death unless they can really find Secret in a position where one hero is completely isolated. But as we see so far, that just doesn't tend to happen for Secret, right? They don't leave themselves open to being jumped in the manner that Viking need to be able to give their squad a chance in this game.
Yeah, Aramis is in a good position here. He actually gets a decent connect onto Zai, immediately lifted and tossed away though, and won't be able to connect with another slow. Again in position. Aramis is in a really nice spot too, but oh, Toby.
Nah, he's looking pretty dead. Zai clips him with the swashbuckle, sweeps around with the thunder. There's no escape. As it's another kill for Yapsil, diving in for more. Rupture down onto Celery. They're trying to run Viking, but Puppy even able to lock him down with The Dream Coil, Niche is in, easily dodging the Blood Bright with the Dissimulate. Step over onto Shad, Shad to go down. Boom's getting played around with the side. It's getting messy. 15-3, 14 minutes in, 8k lead. There's still a lot of towers on the map, but one more fight like this, and we may see the G's being dropped.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Wow, I mean, they are just well and
Dire's bottom tower
well and brutally
is under
taking
attack.
complete advantage of this Enigma, as Toby just unable to do literally anything in this game from minute one.
Dire's middle tower
Bottom of the net worth for the core is below
Dire's
every single one of
structures
Secret's
are
heroes too. Secret just knows exactly how Viking wants to play, and they're in their head.
That should help. I don't know what they do. Well, what do you do in this position? I think you've got to be. It's probably that stage where you pick up a smoke, you go all in around the DK, and see if you can get some sort of kill.
Is Matu's unkillable. Matu can just run up any high ground with no fear
Well,
at all.
Puppy just goes in. He just leads straight in. He is not scared at all. Coil down onto Celery. Shad just getting jumped by Nisha and Zai. Shad's dead. So Celery, it's falling apart completely for Viking.
Even gets the lift. He's got the Hex follow-up, and now they're going to be able to get another. He might even troll on him, too. There you go.
Secret playing at the classic sort of 110% here. And we know that they're bringing it here in this series. And Viking, I mean, it's, again, this is a tough series, and they already had a rough one. You know, it's already 2 series here at this league that Viking have definitely been hit hard in.
Dire's top tower is under
And this one,
attack.
I don't feel like they can even do anything anymore. This one, just everything fell apart way too quickly.
I mean, look at it's just seeing Yapso and Puppy. They're on track to overtake the farm of Boom and Shap. One more fight, and they'll be ahead. Secret will have the top 5 in net worth.
And there's just, this was a full early game draft too. That's the thing. It's like, it's a DK and a Bloodseeker. So if you're losing this hard in the early, there's no hope to come back. And your Enigma is completely countered, as we've mentioned ad nauseum in this. There's no hope. There's no real hope. They're smoked around trying to look for something, maybe, but see if they can get Nisha.
See if they can. They're dropping the finger, everything into the side, but he's got a haste for him. He's able to just step out to the side, and he's ready to sweep back in onto Boom. Boom's dead. Zai's in with the chase.
Stolen finger, why not?
I think that letter G on the keyboard's probably looking very appealing right now for Viking to sort of end the pain.
Yapster has a charge of finger, and Celery does not.
Oh my goodness.
Insult to injury.
Oh no. Oh no.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Whew. I'm speechless at how. I mean, I don't know if it's only just Secret being
Dire's
that
middle tower is under
amazing
attack.
and just knowing exactly how Viking's gonna play, or if Viking just
Radiant
didn't be clever enough. Because they just, it's everything is just read like a book for Secret. Puppy and the boys just moving from lane to lane, moving from kill to kill, moving from fight. Phenomenal. Love me some clean Dota. Aramis, let's see if you can get the steal.
Let's go for the steal. That's what he's playing for.
Over.
Let's see if he can do it.
The fight's going to be pretty much impossible for them, but can they steal?
He's going to have to go soon. He's done. Oh, he's in. Oh, it was close. He tried. It was close. Actually getting in the pit before the Aegis was picked up. Wasn't able to grab it himself. Boom's committed in with the other Dragonfall. They get the Black Hole down onto the 2. They have managed to catch both the cores. They will get the kill on Tanisha with this. But of course, no way of killing off Matuma Man. They stole the Black Hole from Yapso.
Sure, why not?
I mean, why not? Why not do so to close it up? 25
Did you see Shad in that
to
fight
4.
too?
Where was he? Was he?
Zai just rolling thunder bounced him for 8 seconds. The entire duration of the fight.
I mean, he's smiling. Zai always got the tongue out as well.
They're having a good time for sure.
It's a rough one for Viking. This is a
Dire's top tower has fallen.
tough one. Still some smiles there with Aramis looks like he's trying to keep the spirits up here for Viking. They know that this is
Dyer's
Quite
middle
the
tower
position
is
they're
under
in, but
attack.
you know, well, why not go out with at least a few more bangs, a few more attempts here at a fight. You know the sort of the cards are against you here against Secret, and here we go. Smoke up, smiles all around.
Get Poppy. Just get Poppy.
That's what they want to do.
That's gotta be the
Find
goal. Get
Puppy, kill the pup.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
That's
Or
their
who
goal.
are they gonna have
If
fun
I
with the
can
most?
get a kill
That's
here,
it.
this is going to be a win for them. They know
They're
that's
gonna
all
get a
they
kill,
want. They just want one kill here.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Are they gonna be giving it though, Celery? They're all sticking together. They've got the one ward right there on the high ground.
Dyer's middle
Swooping.
tower is under attack.
Who's it gonna be?
Precious bounty.
Not looking to be on track to find anyone.
Dyer's bottom tower
Just wait, they'll
is
find
under
one.
attack.
All they want, just one.
Prize.
Someone will TP for the rooms. They're hoping. Oh, a stack. Okay, they found a nice juicy
All
stack.
righty. Hey, there it is. Smiles, look at that. They love that. Chad's like, all right, that's the win right there. That is a win right there. Get those stacks. And the ancients as well. Look at that. And their birthdays and Christmas are coming at once. Yeah.
Oh, poor them. I love it though. I love when you know it.
I love this smile. And it's sort of the contrast. Well, meanwhile, on Secret, Puppy's like, we must win this game. Yapsel.
Let the world.
Do not buy whatever.
They got Puppy.
Roll.
They all tip him and they GG.
Dyer's bottom tower.
I mean, there we go. There we go. I mean, they know it. They knew it. It was a tough one for Viking. They go out with some smiles. Secret. They go out business as usual here for Secret. As some smiles there. Nisha, I mean, he's got people. The rest of them in full focus mode. Puppy actually losing a few inches during that game.
Puppy actually hides the bottom of his